Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah, Shawnut here. Subhanallah, I want to talk about the enlightenment and the darkening of the ummah, right? Or the beginning of the dimming of the light of the Muslim ummah. There is a project that's been 500 years in the making, right? And subhanallah, the best projects are the ones that are that have incredible foresight, that are looking far into the future, yeah? And that's why, subhanallah, when you read like the poetry of Rumi, rahmatullah alayh, the Malfuzat of Abdul Qadir Jilani, rahmatullah alayh, and the Ihya of Imam Ghazali, rahmatullah alayh, it is as if they're speaking yesterday. Like they spoke to you, like, did they just write this yesterday? Subhanallah, what is this resonance that I'm feeling, right? Subhanallah, and that's because they're speaking to the soul. And and it speaks to the truth of the revelation of the Quran, in that Allah is always putting the akhirah at the forefront, right? Because the best plans are the ones that are preparing for eternity, and the worst ones are the ones that are temporal, right? That are only for short-term gain, yeah. So everyone knows the philosophy of delayed gratification. So the ultimate delayed gratification is that you sacrifice everything for the sake of Allah to enjoy the fruits and benefits of Jannah, yeah? And closeness with Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is the ultimate victory, yeah? That you could make the Creator of the heavens and the earth happy, that you could make Allah smile at you, right? That is that's the be all and the end all for us created beings, right? Us mere mortals. So subhanallah, that brings me to the enlightenment, right? The enlightenment is a project, and because of these videos can't be too long, 6 minutes. Subhanallah, the enlightenment, I would say frankly, this is the heralding of the light bringer, right? And the light bringer is Lucifer, or as you and me know him, Lucifer, right? And subhanallah, Lucifer, as you and me also know, is Satan, Shaitan, right? The whole enlightenment project post 16th, 17th century is a complete a complete subversion of truth. It's taking the Quran, taking the revelation of Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then turning it on its head, literally making where the earth was the center. For example, there's a beautiful thing happening, and may Allah bless all of those who are pushing this forward. But geocentrism is rising, and may Allah give it legs, and may Allah make geocentrism the mainstream belief once again, right? Because that is the haqiqat of the Quran, is an experiential reality before a theoretical reality, right? And that's the enlightenment. Enlightenment is obsessed with theoretics. It's obsessed with things that are unfalsifiable, things that you can't prove, right? For example, the size of the sun, the weight of the sun, the distance the sun is from you. How can you objectively prove these things, right? They give you these techniques and these things that are, and you look at it thinking, how is anyone meant to do this just using their eyes and ears and hands, right? This is complex mathematics. It requires these models which could be completely wrong, but only because there is a mainstream narrative it becomes right. And this is and I say that because I'm going to talk about medicine, and I want to talk about this whole scamdemic, right? And Western medicine and the pharmaceutical industry in general, right? But the roots of this conflict lie in the Enlightenment, that we as Muslims have this obsession with Newtonian physics, with Newton and Einstein, right? But understand, these people were worshippers, literally worshippers of Satan. They were Freemasons, right? They were Satanists, right? They were the forebears to the machinery of Dajjal, right? Remember, before Dajjal arrives, he will have his entourage, right? He will have his train of little mini Dajjals before he shows up. And these are people who their lying is very apparent, is very, very apparent. For anyone who isn't, anyone who is actively pushing away against the dictates of the nafs, the lies of these Dajjals, these mini Dajjals, is very, very clear for anyone to see. And right now, there is an obsession with the mainstream. And understand that the mainstream is a continuation of that enlightenment, the light bringer. Behind all of it is the Baphomet, is 666, the mark of the beast, right? Is the Freemasons, the Illuminati, the Jesuits, the Sanhedrin Jews. The magic at the time of Sulaiman alayhi salam is alive and well. And it's part of the prophecy that a lot of, the prophecies of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that some of the shayateen that were chained up in the oceans will be free once again, right? So there is a very ancient evil at play, and the roots of it, to understand it, is in this subversion that happened at the time of the Enlightenment. I remember Sheikh Hamza Yusuf, he said that pre-modern scholars, his own teachers who were not exposed to Western education, still believed that the earth was stationary and it was the heavens that were moving. And they had all the Quran, they want all the proofs from the Quran. And he would say, no, the earth is spinning and this is that. And they're like, no, this is in the Quran. So think about that. Western education, that might be the problem. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.